Hey, welcome back to Gecko Cove. My name is Bobby, and in today's video, we're going to be going over my new hatchlings. I've got about 6 of them from my very first season. I thought it's about time to show them off, show you what I've produced so far. I'll throw some pictures up of the parents so you can kind of see what parents produce what babies. Not a lot of variety here, but it should be a fun, quick video. Basically, I also want to go and give a shout out to Stick Reptiles. I will be dropping a video this Friday of me interviewing Sam. Usually you don't get to see his face on screen, so definitely come check it out, see what he looks like. He's really a great guy. I've learned so much from him, both on his videos, so go check out his channel, as well as our interview. We had an absolute blast filming it. So definitely go check that out this Friday when I release it, probably around noon is when I'll let it go on YouTube. But today, in honor of Sam, I'm actually going to be doing the rest of this video, not really off screen, but more hand modeling like Sam does. So you won't see my face anymore. But hopefully you enjoy seeing all the baby geckos. They're so cute. And yeah, we'll get started. So if that sounds interesting to you, you're in the right place. Welcome to Gecko Cove. All right, to start us off, I've got the very first baby here that we've ever produced at Gecko Cove. But before I dive into the box, I just want to talk about what I keep my babies in. I keep my babies all within 6-quart tubs. It's pretty standard in the industry. It's very cost effective. I picked this one up at Target, I believe. And all I do is I cut a nice hole on either side. I put some screening on the inside so that if there is any rough cuts, the gecko can't get to it. And I just use hot glue to adhere it to the plastic. If anybody wants to see a video on how to do that, I know there's a bunch all over YouTube, but I'm happy to do a quick video. Leave a comment down below. So let's open it up. But I also go and put a little ID for the gecko to know which is which so I don't mix them up, as well as their hatch dates. So this baby was born 6/16/23, and we'll see what it looks like now. Again, this was the very first gecko that I ever hatched. I got really lucky and actually was able to see the gecko come out of the egg. So I felt very blessed, and I absolutely love this. So both parents are striped geckos. Mom is a beautiful 6-stripe orange gecko. Dad is a quad stripe with a little bit of dashing on the sides, not quite a 6-stripe, but both very nice quality geckos. In a second here, I'll put up on screen what both parents look like. But this is the baby, and it's probably going to be a keeper. Just for sentimental reasons, it's the very first gecko I ever hatched, and so I would like to keep it. I think it's a beautiful blotched gecko. Some nice coverage. Ooh, nice jump. Right onto the camera. But really a fun gecko. It keeps developing more and more pattern, more and more color, and it's a great eater. I also weigh my babies, and I don't do that very often, but about once a month, maybe once every 2 or 3 weeks, actually, to be realistic. I do weigh them just to make sure they're growing. This one is 6 grams, which is a fantastic, almost 7. No, that was my finger. But a nice 6 grams. I think that's a good growth rate. I do feed all my babies bugs once a week. Tonight is bug feeding. So after this video, I will be putting some crickets into this enclosure. Now, with each of their enclosures, I have a few different things. I use paper towel as the substrate. I have cork bark for them to hide in and crawl around, and also it's great for their sheds. And then I have some extra fake plants that I pick up at Hobby Lobby or on Amazon, just to make sure that they feel secure, and it also helps with keeping in the humidity. All of my babies and my adults get a water bowl. I use these nice silicone caps. Beer Saver, you can get them at Expos, but also on Amazon. And with these babies, I also use those bottle caps for their food. So yeah, it works really well. But what do you think of this blotch? special place in my heart. So, yeah. Beautiful little baby. All right, say goodbye to baby number 1. This is the largest gecko I'm showing you tonight. Let's go see its clutch mate. All right, here we are, and we're back with the clutch mate to the previous gecko. As you can see, very similar setup, some leaves, some cork bark, the water bowl. You're going to see that in pretty much every enclosure. So let's get into the babies. All right, so this one is the gecko that I am giving away. So if you watched episode 3 of the Gecko Cove Connection, you saw that we're giving away a gecko at 500 subscribers. Thank you, Firehouse Geckos. And I said that if we can double that and get to 1,000 subscribers, I would give away one of my very first geckos, which is this one. Look at the stripe. I am regretting saying that I'm going to give this gecko away every single day. Because every day this gecko just gets better and better. So we don't have full, kind of like Dad, not a full 6 stripe, but we've got some dashes on the side. And I mean, the color on this thing, I hope the camera's picking it up. It is phenomenal. Let's look at the next baby. Baby number 3. This one is out of Eve and Praline. I have very high hopes for not only this baby, but this pairing. Eve is my ridiculously all red gecko, red base, red striped. She's got a beautiful quad stripe with a pretty close to full 6 stripe, but dashing still. So I don't consider her a full 6 stripe. And the father is a full 6 stripe gecko. He is kind of a creamier light base, and then he's got ridiculous red. So I'll put a picture of him right here. Let's look at this. So this one made a little bit more of a mess. I will clean this up in a little bit, but we've got the cork. We've got the baby right here. Okay. So this baby, look at the solid striping on the back. And look at the color on the side. This thing is phenomenal. I'm really hoping that this all turns red. I'm pretty sure the base is going to turn red, but look at the thick side coloration. This gecko is always fired up, in my opinion. I've never seen it fired down. So I don't know if that's just base color. I don't know if that's actually, the stripe. It's going to be really interesting one day when I see this thing fired down. Hopefully it just holds its color. Hopefully that all that orange turns red. It was yellow when it first popped out, and now it keeps getting more and more orange. So I'm pretty optimistic that that's all going to turn red. See if I put this up close. Nope. Better here. Right about there. Cool. All right, put this one back. I'll show you its clutch mate. Clutch mate's definitely a little bit smaller. All right, here's the clutch mate. All right, didn't make nearly a mess. And this is one where when it first hatched out, I wasn't very impressed with it. However, as it gets older and older, I'm seeing it look more and more like its mother. And that's a good thing. It's definitely turning red. Come here, you're hiding on me. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, another stripe. You can see the orange stripe is really vibrant. But then also, oh, you're peeing on me, thank you. You can see that red stripe closer to the middle of its back. And then it's got some dash pinning on the side. So not a ridiculous 6 stripe. However, it's going to be a beautiful gecko. And with how dark it's getting, I really think this is going to be a deep red maroon gecko. It's looking more and more like its mother. See how chill baby gargoyle geckos are? Everybody keeps saying that, you know, crested gecko babies are kind of jumpy and freaking out all the time. Gargoyles aren't that way. I mean, they're jumpy just because they're arboreal, but look at this. How easy is this to handle compared to other geckos? I love this. This is why I love gargoyles. And they're little tiny crocodiles. There you go, little one. Perfect. All right, and the last clutch that I've hatched out so far is a repeat of the first pairing. So between Hawaii and Kilauea. So same parents as the very first group. I would say that the first group, the first set of eggs was a little bit more impressive than these guys, but they're very small. So these guys hatched out on, let's see what the lid says, 8/2/23. So relatively recently, about a month ago. But this is a really nice light-based animal and has nice quad stripe. The side pinning, again, just some dashes. I don't know if it's going to fill in or not. We'll see. Really nice cheeks on this, though. Full cheeks on both sides. And again, look at how easy this gecko is to handle. Yep, little jump. Nothing too crazy. They're definitely getting used to being handled. And they were this way out of the egg, to be honest with you. It's pretty fun. All right. And the last one. So, like the first two geckos, we had one stripe and one blotch. All right, you don't want to leave me. There we go. All right. Let's see. Last but not least, here we go. As you can see, very similar setups. Got some leaf. Oh, there's the gecko hiding in the leaves. Look at how cute that is. And this one's fired down. Oh. Come here. This one was kind of cool fired down. You can really see the banding on this one, where it's harder to see on the other ones. Little less blotching, so not as spectacular as my first one, but still a beautiful gecko. Full cheeks again, and looks really nice when it's fired up. But really, my smallest, this one came out of the egg really, really small, so I'm happy with its size within a month. Nothing major. This one will be with me for a little bit while it grows up. Again, I don't plan on selling or shipping these guys out until they're around 10 grams and just really well established. All right, so that is what I've produced so far. I'm excited to see what else I produce this year. I've got 2 other sets of eggs that are about to hatch. And those are from different females, which is really nice. And then I've got another set of eggs that are from Kilauea and Hawaii. I have not gotten anything else out of Eve, and so we'll see what hatches out of there. I want to just take a moment again to thank you so much for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed seeing the babies. Definitely stop by on Friday. Check out the Gecko Cove Connection if you haven't seen that yet. We've had some amazing guests so far. I've got some great guests lined up. So make sure to like, subscribe, join our giveaway if you want to win one of the geckos that I showed you. Help us get to 1,000 subscribers. But the first giveaway is at 500, so we're only about 150 away. I think we can get there pretty quickly. I'll see you guys soon. Hey, if you've enjoyed this video and want to encourage me to make more Gargoyle Gecko content, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, share this with a friend, and maybe check out one of the videos right over there. I'll see you next time on Gecko Cove.